Every system of power believes it can outlast scandal, until one man's silence begins to sound like the echo of the entire institution. Prince Andrew, Duke of York, once walked at the center of the monarchy, an emblem of privilege wrapped in ritual. But as his ties to Jeffrey Epstein resurfaced and new public pressure mounted, that insulation began to tear. When power protects itself, does truth even stand a chance? Or does it just learn to whisper in safer rooms? Symbols are supposed to uphold values, but what happens when the symbol betrays them? In his 2019 BBC Newsnight interview, Andrew tried to defend himself. His words,
I don't sweat. Pizza Express in walking.
Were meant to humanize him, but instead, they became punchlines to disbelief. The betrayal wasn't in what he said, it was in what he represented. The quiet realization that even inside the walls of monarchy, denial speaks louder than truth. How many reputations have been saved by the same kind of silence that destroys victims? And when institutions polish their image, whose pain gets buffed out first? If innocence can be bought, does justice still exist? This is the paradox the public cannot shake. The law closed its books, but society didn't. What happens when the law runs out of language for guilt? When apology becomes currency and accountability becomes optional? When titles and settlements collide, what's left to believe in? Legality or morality? What happens when a man raised as a symbol of divine order collides with human consequence? Psychologists studying cognitive dissonance say that when reality threatens identity, truth bends first. A royal life teaches you that image is armor, but when that armor cracks, the self underneath has no language for guilt. If your entire existence is built on being untouchable, what's left when touch finally reaches you? This isn't just the fall of a prince. It's the quiet death of a narrative. That power equals virtue. That titles cleanse. In Jungian terms, Andrew met his shadow, and when the shadow finally stared back, he blinked. We like to believe we'd face our mistakes head on, but maybe denial isn't a royal disease. Maybe it's human. How often do we mistake silence for redemption, just because it makes us comfortable? The monarchy's silence isn't unique. It mirrors every institution, every family, every system that protects its name over its conscience. The horror isn't royal, it's human. We all build small kingdoms of denial. We all tell ourselves, the crown still fits. Titles withdrawn, duties suspended, but no trial, no verdict. Everyone deferred to someone else. It was a perfect circle of politeness, a constitutional shrug. The system survived, but the trust cracked. The monarchy, built to manage grief and grandeur, discovered it had no ritual for shame. If a man loses everything, yet never faces the truth, what does that say about the system that allowed it? If a man can lose everything, yet never be punished, what does that say about the rest of us? The ones who still believe punishment means justice. Maybe the real question isn't whether he's guilty. Maybe it's whether we've grown addicted to forgiving power. What kind of justice survives when truth has a price tag? Share your thoughts below. This has been The Unthinkable Room. Until next time.